Hello.
Yes. What's your name and your question?
Yes, my name is Kamal, and thank you very much for acknowledging that there's three people waiting. And really, I wanted to watch you on the TV rather than listen to you on the phone, and because I'm watching your program anyway. So hopefully, with next time, with all of due respect to you, that you acknowledge the people that they are waiting on the phone, at least to take their call, and we keep watching your program. Thank you for the good job that you guys are doing. What I would like to comment on your this program, I am not into a theological theory or a theological discussion, rather than a common sense discussion. When the Egyptian guy about 10 or 15 minutes ago called and was talking about the persecution of the Christians in Egypt, one of the brothers, at least with a red tie, I can see him on TV, he answered that when the Roman came to take Jesus, he talked to his disciples not to do anything but to follow the rules. That was Jesus, and that was written on the book. With all of my respect, in order to give a good comment to our people are being prosecuted, our people are being uprooted from their homeland. We have, at least to give them a good message, a common sense message, rather than tell them whoever hit you on the right face, give him the left face. Whoever asks you for your shirt, give him your undershirt. Whoever asks you for your home, give him your homeland. I'm sorry to tell you, this is the wrong message that you guys are doing. I see among the people that are saying as Americans, probably in born or in living here, Reverend Martin Luther King, he was a churchman, and he could have sit in his church and prayed to God for civil rights, for the blacks and for all minorities in America. Yes, he did. He prayed for God. He prayed for his people. He prayed for every needed person. But besides that, he took to the streets, and he led the millions of people for the civil rights movement and for what we are enjoying now as minorities in this country. What I would like to present to you, brothers, and I love your job, and consider this as a contribution to you, to your beloved work. We need to raise up the civil rights movement in the Middle East, in Iraq, in Egypt, in any other countries that Christians are being prosecuted. Don't tell me whoever hit you on your right face, give him the left face. No. We are not Jesus. We are Jesus followers, but we are not Jesus.
Well, let me say this to you. You've talked, we've let you go at length, and we understand what you're saying, but we're not contradicting that. We're not saying that, just let it continue and not raise your voices against it. What we've said is, the only thing I've heard on the program is that we should not take up arms and do to them the exact same thing that they're doing to Christians, to us. In fact, Martin Luther King, I know a little bit of something about that. And what he led was a movement that was the opposite of what was being done to him. He came nonviolently. Those that came against him came violently. So definitely, turning the other cheek does not mean that you just let yourself be overrun without a protest. But what was being said here is that we would do it in a way that would be the way that Jesus would recommend. Jesus even told the disciples in Luke chapter 22 to get 2 swords for protection. Okay? So, but he never taught anyone to get swords for aggression. That's all we've said. So I think maybe you might have misrepresented what was presented here. All right. All right. I want to thank him for his comments. Did you want, you did most of the talk.
I just want a quick comment, if I may. This is a prayer show, and certainly those people need to be praying fervently for God to open doors, for God to give them wisdom, for God to give them strength, for God to encourage them, for God to make a way for the violence to stop, for the persecutions to stop, for the leaders to change their heart. They need to be fervently praying. And I'm reminded of Luke chapter 18, which says one day Jesus told his disciples a story to show how that when they should always pray and never give up. And our message to them is when they pray, to never give up. It talks about a widow who had an unjust judge who didn't like God and didn't like people. But she kept on coming and kept on coming and pleading, give me protection from my adversaries. And the judge who didn't like God, didn't like people, was so annoyed by her persistence, they end up going ahead and giving her what she asked for. And the Bible says this, and the Lord said, learn a lesson from this unjust judge. Even he rendered a just decision in the end. So don't you think God will surely give justice to his chosen people who cry out to him day and night? Practical advice for these people is to cry out to God day and night for protection, for wisdom, for open doors, for a way where there seems to be no way. God can make a way. To not stop praying and not stop believing.